Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, First Community Financial Bank, the community bank where you come first. You're watching Spotlight, and with me today in studio is Palma Aikens and Mary Jane Duty of the Naperville chapter of 100 Women Who Care. So welcome to the set, ladies.
Thank you.
We're so glad you're here, and this is your first time visiting with us.
Yes, it is.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, no problem. So tell us a little bit, Mary Jane, about 100 Women Who Care. What is it? What's it all about?
Okay, 100 Women Who Care is a group of women. It's called a giving circle. It's an example of a giving circle. We are women who come together only 4 times a year. We meet the third Tuesday of the month 4 times a year, the same place, same time. We meet for only an hour, and during that time, we 3 of us will nominate a not-for-profit or a charity that we wanted to donate to, that we want all of us to donate to. We then let each of those 3 persons, members, talk about her nomination, why she thinks, or her nominee, I should say, why she thinks that one should be our choice for that particular quarter. We have a question and answer. We find out a lot about the organization. I think it's important to point out that the not-for-profits are always 501c3s and they're local. So we know that whichever one we choose, they've been fully vetted. We then vote, and the one we just I have identified that plurality wins. And then we all write a check for $100 to the organization we choose. It's just that simple.
It is simple.
Yes, it is.
What a great idea. Okay, so Parma, so tell me, in 2009, you started the Naperville chapter. Talk about that.
Oh, thank you. The 100 Women Who Care started in Michigan in 2007, I believe. I joined a chapter in Carroll Stream, it was the DuPage chapter, in 2008, and was a member for a year. As a member of 100 Women Who Care, you promise to at least be a member for a year, so okay. four meetings. And then, it was too much of a commute for me, so I resigned and wrote the email saying I was resigning from the chapter. And I don't know what possessed me, but, you know, I said, and maybe I'll start a chapter in Naperville. And of course, the chapter leader was like right back to me. You know, she's like, okay, well, here's what you do, and let me get you started on that. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm really doing this. So we started February of 2009. With 29 members. Mary Jane was the first person to walk in the door. I didn't know who she was. She was a friend of a friend who was coming, so you know, couldn't run this place without her. She's been such a great partner in this. So.
Oh, thanks.
So 2009, it all begins with 29 members.
Yeah, from my email list.
That's a big growth.
Yeah,
it certainly
that's a big growth.
Yeah.
So now, Mary Jane, share an example of a not-for-profit that you have made a contribution to, and how has that impacted them? You
know, there's so many. We're all proud of all the ones that we've donated to, but there's one that's nearest and dearest to my heart, and that's called the Dominican Literacy Center. It's in Aurora. What the Dominican Literacy Center does is it trains tutors. They've trained over 150 volunteer tutors to teach one-on-one, to do one-on-one tutoring with immigrant women, teaching them ESL. What I love about it is that it not only helps those women to become productive members of society, they can get jobs and they can feel that they belong to this society, but also it helps them, now they can read to their children in English, they can talk to their kids' teachers, they can help their kids with schoolwork. So I love the outreaching benefits of that. I know the money that we donated, the funds that 100 Women donated that particular quarter, was used to buy informational, interactive software, educational software. So we felt really good about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was such a large percentage of their operating budget for that year that we gave them. You know, it was a few $1,000s.
Yeah, they work on a shoestring because they're almost all volunteer.
Bump, yeah.
So you made a significant impact.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful, because it's not only wonderful for the group that you're doing it for, but I'm sure as the women, you feel great when that's happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now talk a little bit, Pama, about, you've raised a lot of money since 2009.
So 2009, we started with 29 members. And those 29 members have grown over the years, and we have to date donated $231,000 to various charities in the Naperville area. We restrict our giving to local charities doing local work with local people.
That is a great, well, charity begins at home. I fundamentally believe that. But that's an incredible, when you think of such a simple concept, that's an incredible amount of money.
It is, but you know, it just kind of gathers slowly. You know, every quarter, everyone hands in their $100, and it just—that's the beauty of this club, is that you know you get everyone acting together. Yeah. You know, it's just costing me $100, but together we're making a big impact.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Now, Mary Jane, you had recent participation in the first international conference.
We did.
So talk a little bit about that.
Pama and I went to this as well as one other member. It was in Chicago. It was really, it was the idea of other women in other chapters who said, you know, we need to come together and we form an alliance and just find out what others were doing. It was so informative and so inspiring. It was a wonderful 2 days there. We learned a lot about other chapters. We shared ideas. We learned more about websites and growing our chapters. So we left there just on fire with enthusiasm and inspiration.
That's terrific.
Yeah,
that's terrific. So, Pama, what's your vision for the club as you move forward? Where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing?
Well, you know, I'd really love to hit 200 members. I mean, imagine if we could drop $20,000 on a deserving charity. I think that would be really, really exciting. We have no overhead. We are very grateful guests of Super Rosa, a restaurant in Naperville, and so hopefully if we get to 200 members, they can still accommodate us.
Yes, they can build on.
But they've been very generous since day one about hosting us, allowing us to be there, because we have no money. You pay no dues to be a member. All your money that you donate goes directly to the charity that we choose at a meeting.
That's a really effective way of raising money and giving it to other people that need it.
So as you know, as we go forward, we're hoping to spin off more chapters, perhaps start a men's chapter in Naperville. I mean, that would all come from the membership.
That's terrific. So we can get to 200 women that care and 100 men that care.
Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be something?
Fabulous. We love it.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
Start a competition.
Yeah, it always helps raise money. That's always a good thing.
Exactly.
So never underestimate the power of passionate women. It's something you should never do. So to learn more about how you could get involved with 100 Women Who Care, please visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go away, because we're coming right back with more Spotlight.